Okay, hi everyone. Today, I'm going to be making my 2022 NBA playoff predictions and bracket. I am a 76ers fan, but I will try not to be biased, and I'm going to pick what I truly think is going to happen. So, first game, we'll start with playing New Orleans and San Antonio. I don't have much to say about that game. Two pretty not good teams. Pretty trash teams, to be honest. But New Orleans has been playing better, and they've been playing pretty good since the All-Star break. With C.J. McCollum, are pretty decent. And I think they win that game. And then the Timberwolves and the Clippers. I think since Kawhi's coming back, I'm pretty sure. And Paul George has been back for a little bit now. I think the Clippers win that game and move on to playoffs. And then the Timberwolves play the New Orleans Pelicans. And I do like the Timberwolves. I think they're a good team. And yeah, the only reason why I had them to lose the other game is because I think the Clippers are just better. But yeah, I'll take the Timberwolves. And then the Eastern Conference playing the Hawks and the Charlotte Hornets. I think that's going to come down to, who plays better in that game, Trey or LaMelo. I think Trey's the better player, and he lives up to the moment more, and he is more experienced. So I'm going to go with Trey. Trey and the Hawks. And then the Cavs and the Nets. I think that's going to be a close game, closer than most people think, but I do think the Nets do win that game. With KD and Kyrie. KD and Kyrie are just going to be too much for the Cavs, probably. And, yeah, have them moving on. And then the Cavs and the Hawks play. I think, again, that's going to come down to which star player plays better. I do think it's going to be Trey again. Again, he's more experienced, and, yeah, I think that's going to be the reason why. So now we do the actual playoff bracket. And the Suns play Timberwolves, and I think the Suns are not going to have any problem with that, or any problem at all with that series. And I think the Suns win that series in 4 games. Or no, I'll go 5. I think the Timberwolves get a game, but it could definitely be 4. I wouldn't be shocked at all. I'd be shocked if the Timberwolves got 2+ on them. Okay, and then for the next game, the next series is Jazz and Mavericks. I think that the Mavericks, if they get Luka back, I'm not sure if they are, but I haven't heard anything. I think he's getting an MRI or something, but if they have Luka, I think they definitely win that series. But I'm gonna make this bracket off of assuming that everyone has their star players, right? Or assuming they have Luka. So, yeah, I think they win that in 6, and yeah, play the Suns in the next round. So, next I'm gonna go with the Warriors in 6. I think Steph Curry is gonna start playing good again because after he slowed down, he had a hot start and then he slowed down. I think he's gonna continue. Or I think he's going to start back up that hot start and get hot for the playoffs and help them win in 6 games over the Nuggets. And then the Grizzlies play the LA Clippers. I'm pretty sure Kawhi is going to be back, like I already said. So if Kawhi's back, then I think the Clippers definitely win that series. Or not definitely. I think it's going to go 7 games, even with Kawhi. Or maybe 6, but I'll go Clippers in 7. And then moving over to the Eastern Conference, the Heat play the Hawks. And Trae Young is a great player, but I don't think they might get 2, but he's not him himself. He's like the only good player pretty much on that team. Like I said, John Collins. But yeah, I don't think he's gonna be enough himself to carry them to beat that team. But you never know. But I'll go Heat in 6 or 5. I'll go Heat in 5. And then the 76ers. I want the 76ers to win it all, obviously. But I'm going to do my honest opinion. And I honestly do think 76ers win that series. I don't like how, if I was me, but if I was a Raptors fan, I'd be happy with playing the 76ers because I think the Raptors match up pretty well against the 76ers. But I think the star power, like Embiid, pretty much, like they have the best player, Sixers, and I think that's going to carry them. And then if Harden plays good, then yeah, I think if Harden plays good, then I think it's definitely the Sixers win in 6. But Nick Nurse is a much better coach than Doc Rivers, so you never know. Sixers in 6. And then Milwaukee Bucks and the Chicago Bulls play each other in a series. I don't think there's much to say. Giannis is going to nobody's going to be able to guard him. They have no defense, really. So, besides Caruso, but he obviously can't guard Giannis. So, yeah, I'm going to go Bucks in 4. And then the Celtics and the Nets, I think that's going to be a great series. I think that's going to be 7. A lot of star players in both teams. I do think Celtics will win because they have the better defense. And they have 2 explosive, they have Jason Tatum. Well, I guess Nets have Kevin Durant and Kyrie. But that series, I'd say that's going 7. And I'm not sure. Like, I'm not set on anyone. I think it can go either way, but I'm going to take the Celtics in that one because they have the home court advantage. There's nothing really else that's kind of like the factor there because it definitely go either way, in my opinion. And then moving on to the next round, the Mavericks and the Suns. I think the Suns are going to just, like, even if they have Luka, I think it's going to be like a 6-game series probably. Maybe even, like, I mean, Mavs have been playing very good recently, so you never know, they could upset them, but I don't really see that happening. So I'm going to go Suns in 6 with Chris Paul and Devin Booker. So, yeah, they're just going to play like normal. And I think Mikal Bridges can, nobody can really lock up Luka, but I think they're going to, like, hold him pretty well to, like, less than his average stats, definitely. And then the Clippers and the Warriors, I think that's going to be another 7-game series. There's going to be a lot of 7s in my, I think there's going to be a lot of 7s. And I'm going to go with the Warriors. I think Steph Curry is going to keep playing good. I think it's going to be another 7. I would say the Clippers, but they went through the play-in and then a 7-game series, so I think they're going to be beat up and they're not going to be enough for the Warriors, and the Warriors also have home court advantage. So, and then so the Warriors and the Suns are in the Western Conference Finals, and then the Sixers and Heat play. I think that's going to be an interesting series. I think the Heat are not that good for a 1 seed. I'm not sure. I want the Sixers to win that series. I actually do think they will win that series in 6 or 7 games. I'll go Sixers in 7. I truly do think they win that game. And I think Embiid's going to have a good series. I mean, the Heat normally do play good defense against Embiid, but I don't think I think the Heat are like kind of frauds. But I mean, they could prove me wrong. But I do think that the Sixers win that game. Win that series. And then the Bucks and the Celtics. I think that has a chance to be another 7-game series, but I don't think the Celtics are gonna be able to stop Giannis really. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the Bucks in 6. Okay, then back to the West. The Suns versus the Warriors. I think it's gonna be a great series, possibly another 7. I actually do think the Warriors upset, or if you want to call it an upset. Actually, no. This series could really go either way, but I'll go I'm actually gonna go Suns. It all depends on Steph Curry and if Chris Paul can stay healthy, and if but like I'm not sure. I really am like torn on who I should pick here, but I'll go Suns just because they have home court advantage, and they're just like, you can't really go wrong with the Suns because they've been playing great all season. So I'll take the Suns to go to the NBA Finals in 7 games. And then the Sixers and Bucks. This is going to be an interesting series, I think, if it happens. As much as I want to put 76ers, I think the Bucks win. I think Giannis and Embiid, I think both of them are going to have a monster series. But Giannis just has a better supporting cast. So I think that's really going to be the deciding factor there. He has his bench, Giannis' bench, or the Bucks' bench isn't very good, but you can definitely, the 76ers bench is also horrible, so if James Harden plays well, or not well, if James Harden plays like 2 years ago, James Harden, then 76ers definitely win that game. He needs to be a scorer as long as a scorer as well as a playmaker, and 76ers can win that. And also if the bench plays good. But I do think the Bucks will win that game in another 7 game. I know I'm saying a lot of 7 games, but I do think this will be another 7-game series, and I think the Bucks will take advantage of another another home court advantage, and I think the Bucks win the series. Okay, and then a rematch of last year's finals, the Suns and the Bucks. Will it be the same, or will the Suns win? I think the Bucks win again in 6, exactly like last year. Except for maybe not the Suns win 2 in a row and then the Bucks. I think the Bucks are just, I just think Giannis, they have good pieces around Giannis. Like all of Giannis's weaknesses they have around him pretty much. So I think that's a great team, and I think it's going to be another Bucks in 6 like last year, because the Suns cannot stop Giannis, or most teams cannot stop Giannis. The Bucks. If the Suns can hold Giannis to human and not let him get 250s or at least 150, I forget, like they did last year, then they have a chance. But I'm gonna say Bucks in 6, and yeah. So that's my predictions. Tell me if you guys think anything different, but yeah, I'm pretty confident with that prediction. Yeah, hopefully the 76ers win, but yeah, those are just my predictions. So yeah, that's going to be it. Thank you for watching.